Hey guys, it's Greg here from Cardboard Colosseum with Tom, by popular request, in a Taco Bell. Tom, what do you got for us today?
I got just took 19th place at the Springfield Regional with. I mean, it's just Metalfoes, but I kind of play a little bit of everything. I couldn't, decide on just one engine because some people play the Gofu, some people play the Klee.
Right.
So, pretty standard stuff right here. 3 of every single Metalfoe. I mean, that just runs your deck. You have to play 3 of all of these if you're playing, regular Metalfoe. Then I got 3 Bunbuku, 1 cat just for the low scale, and then basically all of these search out. The MVP right now of Yu-Gi-Oh! Kieran is just a busted card. The number of times I was able to open Kieran today because I, grew into a Bunbuku was almost too many times. I opened Bunbuku too many times. I had a couple games where I opened 2 or 3. But, I mean, it's just a very useful card. I also played 3 Gofu because you can use it to make Zolkeen. You can use it to make synchro plays, so if you open up kind of bad. Normal or special Gofu. You don't even have to use its effect. Then you could normal summon a Bunbuku and sync for 8 right there. You mean you're making Nister, Omega. A lot of great level 8s. 1 Rescue Rabbit. It wasn't actually that useful today. There was a couple times when I got to actually use him for his potential. One time I saw him too late in the game when I had already used up all of my vanilla Metalfoes and actually had to just pop it with a scale. But it still gets you a +2. Klee engine, the number of times you open this, if you're going first and you just make no infinity, you just win.
Big question, did you remember Scout on your deck list, though?
I did put Scout on my deck
list.
list.
Put Scout on your deck list. Great.
2 Archfiend Eccentric. I know a lot of deck lists play 3, but I honestly couldn't figure out something to cut because I was playing the Gofu. I was kind of up against, I guess the brick wall, if you want to say, because I wanted to keep it at 40, but Eccentric, a good high scale, and it just gets rid of big problems. 1 Metalfoes fusion, 1 full Metalfoes. I mean, I think that's pretty standard at this point. I saw a couple people playing 2 of these, but I think once I could have used the second one. And Fusion, I actually had stolen 1 game by Toad and had to play around that. Luckily, I drew into an Archfiend Eccentric and was able to pop it and be able to recycle it. And then drew Archfiend Eccentric off that so I could pop the Toad. Pretty painful decision. You just want to have this card so you can search your scales. This came in really handy. Again, in the mirror, my opponent set up a pretty decent board. I had 1 set card and I had Nikomata in my hand. I just had 1 set card and the 1 card in hand, and I topped deck painful decision, searched my Stealing for my high scale, and went off and won the game. And then I also play 2 Summoner's Art. To search Volflame and Scout. Occasionally you use it for Monolith. I know I have 1 super, 1 rare. I only saw the super today. Don't ask me why I never saw the rare, but I saw the super a couple times, and it just gets you to your plays a lot more quickly.
No sacrifice? You forgot sacrifice?
No sacrifice.
No sacrifice.
1 Upstart, I kind of debated last minute, Upstart versus Desires. I only saw it twice today, so I don't think it would have made too much of an impact. But still, it's a good card, and you don't have to worry about, banishing your fusions, especially if you, open really badly. And you're like, at least I get a +1. And then 1 counter, 1 combination. There's a couple times going, second, I'd actually side out the counter, because you just, in the end, would never see it. It's still a really good card. In the future, I would consider maybe playing 2 combinations, because I hate having to pop the combination and then you're able to go into your fusion summons, when you could, just plus a lot more off this. Instead, you have a dead counter. And then I also play 1 Solemn Morning, if you just play that against the Pendulums, like the mirror match, I went first. Game 1, I set a warning, he went to Pendulum a whole bunch, and I just won the game because of that. He just scooped. And then Vanity's Emptiness. If you can set up a board with like it includes like Mithrilium, you can just bounce it, and it's Vanities. It just wins you games right now. The extra deck. One Alcahest. Didn't come up a whole lot today, but still a ridiculously good card that you're still going to want. 3 Mithrilium, the best card in this entire deck. This card is just absolutely godly. To be able to bounce anything, recycle stuff that you've already used, like your combinations and your Full Metalfoes fusions. Or also stuff like you dump something off Painful Decision, you can shuffle it back in. And then, of course, you get its second effect with the Grave. It's just a good card. 1 Orichalc. Played it like twice today. It's a really good card. It's not as powerful as Mithrilium in terms of its effect, but I mean, it's still a ridiculously good combo if you use it with a combination. 1 Adamante. Really only to make Zulkine. There's no real other reason to make that. Infinity and Nova, if you're playing the Klee engine, you have to play this. The number of times I open with this card, it makes your opponent play a totally different game. And it puts you on the offensive and makes them have to play defensive. Like if you just open Infinity with an Emptiness or a Warning, if they don't have a Kaiju or like Lava Golem, you just like automatically win. 1 Castell. I kind of debated all week over like the last couple slots in my deck, and Castell was in that. I mean, it's a good card, which is why I played it, but I think in the end I would have cut some of the Synchros and played the Utopias, because I think that I came up, would have been a little bit more useful than the situation I ended up in. 1 Totem Bird. If you open like too many Bunbukus or a Nekomata, Totem Bird is a really, really good Exceed, and it can just win you games because you can negate, if an opponent wants to activate a scale and they only have 2 cards in hand, you just ended their game. Really useful, and I use it a couple times today. Zulkine, obviously, if you're playing Gofu, you play this. Crystal Wing won me in my last game of the day. I mean, this card is just absolutely insane. Omega, I think I did make it once. It was just good going turn 1 if you open like awkward with Gofu. Other than that, it really served no purpose today other than it's just a really good synchro. I don't believe I summoned either of these 2 today. Ignister is really good going second. I'm really trying to remember if I actually did make it. I might have made it once. And I know for a fact I didn't see Vermilion Dragon Mech whatsoever today. I'd still keep it in here because if you do open like Gold Driver, Gofu, that's really all you have. I mean, you could synchro into it, and it's a really powerful synchro monster. I probably would cut the Omega and the Castell and maybe go back to the Utopia engine. I was kind of hoping that with Castell you get around an anti-spell a lot more as opposed to Utopia. And then for a side deck, 2 Denko, 4 Paleos, obviously. I don't think there's really explanation there. I only played Paleos once today, and I didn't see Denko Sekka in it. I know a lot of people have been maining Maxi again, but a good side deck card. I think I saw it once today, and that was when I played Infernoids, because I really didn't know what else to side into it. 1 Lava Golem, 1 Kumungus. Obviously, if you're playing against hero foes, or totally awesome heroes, Lava Golem breaks boards, Kumungus gets rid of Toad, and you can Pendulum Summon it. The one game I did draw this, I Pendulum Summoned it, and it helped me win the game.
Stop lying.
1 Raigeki actually won me a game round 1. My opponent was playing Dark Lords and was able to get Majesty's Fiend on the field. Vanity's Fiend. Luckily for me, I owned Raigeki in my hand, so I was able to get rid of that problem very easily. 2 Cosmic Cyclone, kind of for the mirror and Paleozoics. Saw it once. Didn't actually get to use it, just got MST'd before I could even, react to it. 2 Dark Hole, another. I really didn't see my side deck all day. It was kind of weird, except for one card in particular, which I'll get to in a second. 2 Dark Holes, just in case you beat a board wipe against something like I played Dark Lords round 1. He beat me game 2 because he just dropped Christia, and you just lose to that deck, to that card. Anything that says you can't special summon. Dark Hole Raigeki just clears big fields. 2 system downs were completely non-existent today because I didn't see a single machine deck, just in case for ABCs, but didn't come up once. And this is just an amazing side deck card, Dimensional Barrier. My last game of the day that got me into the top 32, I was able to open, my opponent opened with a set and a Mithrilium. I was able to make Crystal Wing with a set barrier, and then time was called, and there's really no coming back from that. But amazing card, it just wins everything right now. But I mean, I couldn't really figure out which I liked the best when it came to Metalfoes builds. Some people did the Gofu, some people did just the Please. I'm like, it's all really good, so maybe it'll work. And just extensive testing, I was able to squeak it out and figure out a pretty decent build. I mean, there's some other good cards you could play, like Muster. That was cut at the end. I could have played more Archfiends, but just too much space, and I didn't want to run 140. Anything else to say about the deck? I think that's it. I mean, I really hope it doesn't get hit too hard on the ban list that should be soon. Other than that, just had a lot of fun today. My first regional top.
All right then, this has been Greg with Tom from Cardboard Colosseum. Have a nice day, guys.